I know there's a lot of you out there who are looking forward to this one. I've seen the comments. It is time for Portugal today, and I've seen quite a lot of excitement about this one because it's supposed to be quite weird, I'm assuming. People have said that this and Iceland are the ones that really stand out in the selection. And Iceland was an experience, some experience. So I'm expecting a similar thing today. Perhaps not maybe the same style, but something that's gonna surprise me, let's say. I think I've heard some snippets of this before. I think I've heard something from it, but I don't really remember. So let's just get right into it. We're going for a live performance. This Eastern Asia. It's like there's so much detuning on the instrument here that it sounds almost off, but it's quite cool. It works quite well with his vocal style here. Oh, dynamics. Someone's having fun on the percussion here. It's like a vibraphone or something. And there's a bunch of just vocals in the background, just ho ha. Okay, I feel like the percussion here is a little bit plastic, but there's a lot of weird sounds going on here all over the place, but okay. I'm liking how his vocal style works along with this type of instrumental. Okay, we're going in with somewhat of a sitar-like instrument. Alright. Good use of the sub bass here. I feel like the live performance is somewhat restricting the general impact that this can create. I'm feeling like the sub has a lot of power here. Liking the dynamics, just flying all over the place in the different segments. I'm not quite feeling the percussion. Sounds a bit plastic maybe. I'm not quite feeling that. Like this kick it's lacking the impact, but alright. I'm liking how his vocals work on this. I love how they play around with it. That's great. That's great. Okay. Liking how they've staged this as well. It's a fun stage performance. It's fun to look at and just enjoy. Nice ending. I love how they close that. Okay, well, there's so many things about this one. Where should I even start? I'm gonna get my complaints out of the way right away, because I think that the of course, as with all of these live performances, the production doesn't sound up to par. But I'm feeling that this kick that they've used is quite plastic. It doesn't carry a lot of impact on here. But I'm liking the sub bass that they've added in its segments, because it carries it adds so much dynamic between the different segments. Because when they use this sub bass, they use it quite hard. But when they don't use it, then there's rarely any bass at all. They play around a lot with the frequencies in that sense, and they play around a lot just in general. I'm loving when they take these breaks and they drop the beat and then they put it back into the song, and how his vocals flow on this whole just collection of of percussive sounds, because that's really what this is. It's a collection of just sounds being thrown together, and and yeah, just making it work is quite an achievement in its own, I think. Um, I think I really need time to take this one in. And again, I should have just listened to a studio version, because I feel like the production in this song could have been really prominent if you'd really listened to it with the sound that it's intended to have in its production. But just the live performance kind of takes away some of that impact. So I'm not entirely convinced on the production, but I feel like the dynamics are there, and it's quite distinct in its usage of different instruments. I'm liking it when they use these more foreign, exotic instruments. There is this sitar sounding instrument going in its times, and we have this opening instrument. It sounds like one of these Eastern Asian instruments you could hear in like movies from that like the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon soundtrack or something. It's quite cool to just have all of these weird sounds combined and put into one song, and then his vocals work as quite a nice. I would say it's kind of a glue to just put everything together and make it feel quite cohesive, and that's what I think his vocal does quite well. It's a weird vocal technique, but it works well to mend all of these things into one cohesive arrangement, and I'm liking that. I'm also liking the stage performance here. It's quite interesting. It's fun to follow, and it's fun along with the weirdness of this song. So I'm liking a few things on this one. Um, just really an experience that I'd like to listen to a lot more, and just really try and get into, try and analyze all of these sounds that just pokes out from everywhere, and really get into to the general idea on the arrangement here, because it's quite an interesting song in that sense. I think one could argue that it sounds a bit just random in its arrangement, because there are just all these sounds just flying out everywhere and trying to create a song as a whole. But there's also a lot of charm in that, in just making all of these sounds try and fit something so complete as a full song. So there's a lot of charm in this. I'm liking that, and I'm liking how they put it together. And yeah, it's a fun experience. It really is. Not entirely sold on the production, as I said. I feel the kick drum is it just sounds like they dragged it out from the FL Studio sample pack or something like that you get with the program. But really, there's not. I mean, it's. I guess that's kind of part of the charm as well, to use these more simplified sounds. There's just a lot of things you kind of need to comprehend about this one, I feel, and yeah, as I've seen in the comments, a lot of you people out there absolutely love this one. So do tell me now, since I've heard it now as well, why do you love this one so much? And if you don't love it, then you should tell me why you don't love it. I don't really think there will be a lot of people who are in the middle on this one, because it's so different, it's so weird, and it's one of these things that can you really open up to this odd type of arrangement, or are you just completely put off by it? I'm quite charmed by it, but I'm not convinced. That's what I'm going to keep it to now. But I quite enjoyed this. It was a fun experience, especially along with the stage performance. And that's my view on it. What is your view on it? Tell me in the comments. And other than that, have a good one until next time. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.